So I finished my third book for the 75 Hard program. This has not only been my favorite book reading for the 75 Hard, but my favorite book that I've read in a very long time. And that is You're on Cowboy. It is Jerry Hodge's story. If you're anything like me, you may have grown up with a papa who told amazing stories of adventure and cowboying and hunting and all of the things. And when he talked, you sat down and you listened, and they were funny, but they were always filled with wisdom and experiences. And that is what reading You're on Cowboy was like for me. It was like a hug from heaven from my papa. Reading it wasn't like consuming business advice. I feel like so often in this new world, any self-improvement book is so structured on step by step how to improve your life, where somebody like Jerry just lived his life and it was exceptional enough to learn lessons from it. For those who don't know, Jerry Hodge was an Oklahoman. I think that's what you call them. I don't know, an Oklahoma native, if you will. And he was the youngest mayor of Amarillo, Texas. He moved to Amarillo in his youth, and he just fell in love with Texas and Amarillo. He was a brilliant pharmacist who created, his company was called Maxor. It was a national business. He sold it in 2014 for millions of dollars. He also helped create the pharmacy program for the Texas criminal system, prison system. He went toe-to-toe with some really famous people, including Oprah Winfrey, and he was named Man of the Year in 2018. The book title, You're on Cowboy, actually is from his catchphrase for when he was being challenged to things, as you can imagine, that led to some interesting adventures and trouble now and again. But beyond the adventures, this book is just packed with so much knowledge and wisdom, and it's exactly what I try to bring to Eve and my work. So let's talk about some of the major lessons that I learned. One of my favorite quotes from the book was, anybody can sell hamburger meat, you have to work hard to sell T-bones. Essentially, anyone can do what you do, your day-to-day activities. For me, that's really anybody can go and start designing Wix websites or maintaining them. Anybody can be a social media manager, especially in this day and age. Anybody could help with virtual assistant tasks. The marketing space is filled with hamburger meat. So the real question for entrepreneurs is, what is your T-bone? What are you doing that is distinct, high value, and exceptional? At Eve, my T-bone is delivering top-tier specialized creative execution, making sure your branding and digital assets aren't just generic templates. Because let's be real, we live in an AI world. Anybody could give you templates. Most people will. But instead, I want to provide high-caliber assets that drive actual growth for your business. Jerry drops some incredibly practical, old-school financial advice that every business owner should listen to. And that is, avoid debt at all costs, pay bills at the first of the month, and invest 20% of everything you take home. When you're launching a business, it is incredibly easy to underestimate how much capital it takes to be sustainable. If you don't map out your operations properly, you get buried. It's just kind of the name of the game. That ties directly into the operational backbone of what I do. You have to know your numbers, structure your workflow efficiently, and maintain strict discipline. Running a sustainable business means protecting your cash flow so you have the freedom to scale. Jerry was a firm believer in following his gut with people. He famously used to take potential clients, partners, anybody he was feeling like he was going to do business to, he would take them to his high card ranch and throw them on the back of the horse and make them do some cowboy stuff. Why, you may ask? Because he felt like you could truly see somebody's character by watching how they interacted with a horse was most likely how they would be in business. He notes that doing your job exceptionally well will get you more business than the fanciest marketing firm in the world. There is no branding, no slick marketing material, and no ad campaign that can mask bad intentions or poor quality. Your character always speaks out. Doing good business and being a person of integrity and giving your best is what will always shine through. I firmly believe we are called by God to do our work with excellence, and that standard is the best marketing strategy we will ever have. Jerry also reminds us that life is full of plateaus, but we should always be aiming for the next level of success. In business and life, you hit walls where life just feels stagnant. The key is recognizing the plateau, not as a dead end, but as a launching pad to figure out what's next. As you climb to that next level, keep this rule in mind. The best deals are those where everybody wins. True success isn't about cutting corners or taking advantage of people. It's about creating partnerships where your clients, your team, and your community all elevate together. I want to leave you with one final thought from the book. It serves as a massive reality check for all hustlers and business owners out there. Jerry was a guy who did everything at 110%. Though he jokes that marriage took a few times before finding his forever, his ultimate reminder is that life is precious and time is precious. Being married to your business is a trap. If you can avoid that, choose instead to be present with your significant other and your children, your family. Getting your time back is the ultimate goal. That is exactly why I built Eve, to handle the creative and administrative heavy lifting for business owners. So you can stop drowning in tasks, scale your business, and actually get your life back. Don't quit. Don't ever quit. And never stop searching for the light. So thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below what's the biggest risk you've taken in your business. See you in the next video. And in the meantime, highly suggest. Amazing book. And if you want to chat about it, feel free to reach out.